Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, we actually had a problem. Looks like I got it squared away. All right. All right. Okay, what's that? Yeah, okay. Hey, people, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. I'm your host. I'll be handling the proceedings today. You can just stand over there. We'll get right with you. This way, ladies. You can't smoke weed in here. You're going to have to take the weed outside. I'm sorry. Just save me a couple of hits, though. That's all I'm asking. All right. Thank you. Is he going to be smoking? No, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you. All right, guys. So we got a great show lined up for you tonight. Thank you for being here. I know it's kind of late. Couldn't be helped. Shout out to Michael Moore in the new movie Planet of the Humans. Planet of the Humans is available on the Michael Moore website, the Rumble website. Go to Michael Moore Rumble, his podcast, and you'll find the downloadable movie that they worked on for a number of years, addressing many issues, climate change. Very interesting. Planet of the Humans. Haven't watched it yet, but I expect it to be pretty good. Let's go make sure that people can hear and see on these platforms, because you know how we do it. Really cheap. That's how we do it, Johnson. Hey, what's up, YouTube people? How y'all doing? What's up, Joe, Carmen, Brad, and Mike, Lee Cox, Tatiana? Word, people, hit the like button and show the video some love. Thank you, Marcos Roca. Yes, appreciate you. Robin and Brian and Gary and Fastriola and Buddy and her. Lisa Glenn, Lee Cox, Viking Tees, and a man called David. Now we need a woman named Karen. A woman called Karen. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? What's up, Eli? Good to have you still. 64 Caddy Coupe de Ville. What is in the house? What's going on, man? Hey, Mom. Reese Mack, Buddy Neher, Steve Massey, Robin Roy. Oopsie. I watched it last night. It was awesome and terrifying. Thank you so much, Oopsie. Oopsie said it was terrifying. That means trying to scare people into doing something. Right? NBW Doughboy. Thank you, NBW Doughboy. And I'm going to tell you guys, something that's going on now is YouTube's going to make it so that people who are members of my Tim Black Wolfpack on YouTube, they're going to highlight your comments. So, when I go into a video to comment, respond to people, I don't get to be able to respond to you first. So this is really dope because it helps. Just one small way to show you we love you. And, plus we get to talk and shit, We family. Now let's jump over to Facebook and make sure Facebook's okay. Facebook, how y'all doing? How you living, Facebook? Nathaniel, North Dakota's in the house. What? That's something you don't hear every day. Who ain't here? New York? New Jersey? D.C.? Atlanta? North Dakota? All right. Peace. We're in North Dakota. That's a state, so it's like a lot of people, right? What's up, Anita? What's up, Rose? What's up, Jermaine? What's up, Leanne? What's up, Dolores? What's up, Yannick? Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sarah, what's going on? Chris, what's going on? Ginger, Paula, Ted, Anita, Uli, you're welcome. You're welcome. William, what's up? Lisa, what's up? Carrie, Mark, what's up? Laughing my... Me too, always. I try to laugh as much as possible. It's good for the soul. All right, guys. So, today is Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow, we open up phone lines. We open up phone lines twice a week now. I had a fundraiser going on. I wanted to get to 100 Tim Black Wolfpack members on Facebook before I had added a second phone line day, but I decided to go ahead and do it anyway because, well, we're close enough. We're 10 away. But if you could help me reach the other 10, that'd be great because I think we're at about 90. We lose a person a day. We get a person a day, I say something about Trump. People go, oh, my God, I didn't know he was going to talk about Trump. He's the symptom of the problem. He's not a problem. You must not watch his press conferences. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Yeah, but they use guns, though. Like, they make the gun go off, though. Then the gun, like, it has it is for shooting people. It's not like, it's not like it's a Monopoly game, It is for killing things. That's what it's for. All right, so we're going to... People don't want that, though. Don't make it... No, don't disagree with me. I watch you, Tim Black, because we must agree on everything 100% of the time, or you are a sellout. Because we all know I'm not a sellout. Where you work at? Boeing. Okay. Yeah. Put animals to sleep. Would you read them bedtime stories? But I'm the sellout because I disagree with you on an article. Okay. As you were. I got a couple points I'd like to hit tonight, if you don't mind, guys. All right, Periscope people, Periscope, you are the stepchild that just doesn't get treated right. Go to Facebook or YouTube, become a member. Stop, like join that sort of platform that cares about you. They don't want you to have a community on Periscope. They just want you to come there and I don't know what Periscope wants, what Twitter wants. Okay, so I'd like to start off tonight's broadcast by, well, the first story of the night will be something that a lot of us are concerned about, and we should be. It's about the money, Johnson. Money matters. Coronavirus update. The House passes a $484 billion aid package. Booyaka. That's right, guys. Nancy Pelosi called this quite a remarkable feat. Okay. The House on Thursday gave resounding approval to a $484 billion coronavirus relief package to restart a depleted loan program for distressed small businesses and provide funds for hospitals, coronavirus testing, and move to increase oversight of the sprawling federal response to the pandemic. Yay! Everybody clap. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Money. Money for them, not for us. Yay! President Trump said he was grateful for the action to refill the loan program and indicated he would sign the measure as early as Thursday evening. It was the latest installment in a government aid program that's approached $3 trillion, which passed with broad bipartisan support, even as some Democrats condemned it for being too stingy. But the fight over what should be included foreshadowed a pitched partisan battle to come up over the next round of federal relief, which is likely to center on aid to states and cities facing dire financial straits. How you guys feeling about this money that you're giving out to these corporations? Anybody besides me a little pissed off? Me and Vic. Anybody besides Vic and I pissed off about this? Vic the comedian with the viral video out. Yeah, we both kind of pissed about it. Even as they dispense with another nearly $500 billion taxpayer dollars, the Democrats are moving to scrutinize the administration's handling of the funds. Just before the aid package passed, they pushed through a measure creating a special committee to investigate the Trump administration's response to the pandemic and the array of federal spending measures enacted to address it. So the committee, which will have the power to subpoena documents and witnesses, is charged with examining how the coronavirus relief packages were rolled out and scrutinizing preparedness in response to the coronavirus crisis. So one of the things that's happening, guys, and I reported on this last week, is money's going places it shouldn't go, Johnson. Yeah, money somehow got into the greedy hands of corporations that were doing very well. And people who needed the money didn't get the money. Small businesses didn't get the money. Big business got the money. Because big business has accountants and people to fill out their paperwork so that they would get the money. It wasn't just an oversight. They structured their paperwork in a way to get the money. I mean, how's the Shake Shack and Applebee's or whatever the hell, how do these chain restaurants that made trillions last year or whatever, billions, in the green, not the red, in the green, need a bailout? So what's happening now is they're threatening to sue those businesses because a lot of them returned their money. Like I know Shake Shack did. A couple of others said, hey, hold on. Before you fry our asses, we got this money, right? We don't know how we got this money. It just landed on our doorstep. We didn't know. Oh, that's right. You applied for it, Johnson. Oh, that's right. Shut up. We applied for it in error. Yeah, we didn't mean to get the money. Now, the government didn't just seek them out. They applied for the money. So, okay. It's not like you woke up. It's not like the owner like Burger King woke up, had his butler maid and his other slaves carry him downstairs so his feet wouldn't touch the ground. Because you know how these really rich people do. And he just happened that day to get his own mail, and on his front doorstep was 20, 30, 40, 50, 80 million. I don't know how much millions of dollars just there. They were like, oh my God, Macaulay Culkin moment. I got this money. I didn't even know where it came from. I didn't ask for it. It just showed up. So they're returning the money. If they don't return the money, our very reliable, honest, fair dealing Secretary of the Treasury will sue them. Yeah. How many people trust Steve Mnuchin to do anything except stab us in the back? Don't raise your hand. We don't trust him. That's right. We don't trust him at all. We don't trust him at all, Johnson. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who said that the measure was far too small and should include aid to struggling states and cities, was the sole Democrat who opposed the bill. 4 Republicans voted no, while Representative Justin Amash, the chamber's lone independent, voted present. Uh-oh. 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 AOC voted against it. Okay, so now I'm bracing myself for all of the love she's going to get. Right? All the love they're going to shower her with. Because people are like, Tim, stop defending AOC. She's a sellout. She's just like Elizabeth Warren. I'm like, well, she's only been in Congress a couple of years, Johnson. Elizabeth Warren is like 75. AOC's 30. Come on, man. She didn't work with Obama to thwart Bernie for getting the nomination, man. Are we really? Stop watching those people to tell you this shit. How could you compare the two? Well, now, Johnson, now that AOC did the thing that people said she should have done, she did it. Now, where's the love, Johnson? How much do you want to bet that there won't be love there, but people saying, Well, she just did that because she wants to fool us and she doesn't really care and she had to do it because, So instead of getting any support, praise, love for doing the thing you want her to do, you're going to shit on her and call her a thief, a liar, a coward. And a couple of other expletives as well. Let's see if I'm right, Johnson. That's if they report on it at all. Because every story has to end with destroying someone on the left. Well, not every story. Sometimes stories end with them boosting someone on the right. Saying, well, you got to give them credit. Do you? Do we? Do we got to give them credit? More on that later. So Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she voted against it. It still passed Johnson. We're still getting hosed. They're still winning. We're still on the bottom. We still got to fight for all of ours. We're still pissed. We're still upset. They're still going to need to do another stimulus. I like that she did this. It doesn't change everything, Johnson. She's one voice. We have a corruption problem that's sweeping. It's not one individual that's going to fix it, and that one individual can tackle it alone. But for the love of God, when people do what you want them to do, be fair about it. When they don't do it, be fair then too. That's all I ask. Next one. Anything else about the money? Well, it's not going to us. We're working people. It doesn't go to us. So small businesses, I don't know. A lot of small businesses didn't get any money at all. So when do they start rolling this out? I'm sorry, guys. When will this happen? Well, it can't happen yet. Still got to go to Trump. Trump's got to sign off on it. He said he will as early as tonight. But man, McDonald's is open. So he's got to eat a couple cheeseburgers, watch some prawn, and wash his hands 100 times. I don't know what he does. Kill another small rodent and skin it and put it on his head. Make sure it's right for the fitting for tomorrow's press conference. I don't know what he does, but he's got to do stuff. Stuff he's got to get done. Pay off a hooker. All right. Now we go to the next story. So with all this love that we have, exuding from all these people so happy with our government taking care of us during this, historical, horrible, horrifying incident, this time is very, look, I'm still reeling. I'm like, man, I can't believe this, man. I'm waiting for this to be over. I don't like this any more than anybody else does. I want to keep a strong chin up about it, but I'm really getting tired of it. How do people wake up every day going, all right, stop playing. All right, stop playing. Then they realize they better put that damn mask on before they go outside. That's me, Johnson. That is me. I went to the grocery store today. I had my mask on. I had my gloves on. I had my glasses on. I had everything. I was, coroned, attired, right? Everything suited and booted to deal with the pandemic. And I went down the aisle and there was actually 2 rows of toilet tissue left. And these were the big rolls too. The double rolls, you know what I'm talking about? And I was like, man, they say there is no God, but I'm not so sure about that. And the limit was 2, right? The max was 2, the minimum was 2, right? So you could take up to 2. You know what I did, y'all? I took 1. And I got home, I'm unpacked my stuff, I'm doing all my ritual, cutting the bag, taking the tissue out, putting it in another bag, throw that bag away. I'm doing everything, right? I'm supposed to do. Because you don't know who touched stuff, put it back. Ooh, I don't know. Touch the bag, touch stuff on the shelves. Got you nasty Instagram people do, trying to go viral, licking on stuff on counters. So you got to get rid of the containers. The contents inside are good. It's once it goes into the shelf, the degenerates and the weirdos who do stuff. It's even worse now. But as I was telling my wife as I was unpacking, and I told her the story of the paper of the toilet paper, the toilet tissue, the paper products, I said, you know what? I left a package of toilet tissue there because it was like 2:00 on a Thursday, and I'm hoping somebody showed up, maybe 3, and they saw that one last thing of toilet tissue, and they could be like, yes! Yes! You know? You know what I'm saying? Like, they could just be like, man, this is for me, man. You know? Somebody left this for me, so they, just make small way to make someone's day. So I don't know why I told you that. I just want you to know there are good people out there. And I try to be one of them when I'm thinking about it. There's no punchline to it. It's just what it is. What I did, man. I did the right thing, So let that be a lesson to you. Leave the other one, if you can. Don't be a hoarder. Speaking of hoarding, Biden is getting pressure because he made statements about picking a woman of color for, picking the most diverse cabinet ever seen, right? So there's this thing going around. Pressure mounts for Biden to select a black woman as VP. At some point, when do you reward your good soldiers? Representative Marcia Fudge, the former chairwoman of the Congressional Black Caucus, told the Daily Beast. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, when do you reward your suckers? When do you reward your most reliable group, constituents? Former Vice President Joe Biden said he planned to announce the members of a selection committee. Who will he choose? He's going to announce the selection people. Let me try that again. Former Vice President Joe Biden said he plans to announce the members of a selection committee by May 1st. And speculation continues to mount over his vice presidential pick. We're going to probably be announcing the setting up of that committee, which we're doing now between the people who have agreed to serve on it. And we will be announcing the formation of that, I assume, by May 1st. We'll have that done. Damn, he's a bad talker. He said this on the late night show, James Corrigan. This episode aired yesterday. Anyway, Biden added that the committee will likely take until July to narrow down a hunt for a vice presidential running mate. To 3 contenders. So basically what we have here, guys, is we got American VP Idol going on. Yeah, that's what's happening. This is going to be like a sweepstakes. Who's going to hit the VP lottery to serve with old Sleepy Joe? That's right, Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe going one time, Sleepy Joe going twice. Who wants to run with Sleepy Joe? More than likely, he's going to lose. But you get to, raise your profile. People get to see you. Be like, oh, I know her. She's the VP that we didn't get to hear from much. That's something. Let's see. Announcing a selection committee would officially launch Biden's search for a running mate. Though speculation has already exploded as to who he could pick after he vowed to select a woman for the role. So he did say in one of the last debates with Bernie Sanders that the powers that be allowed that to happen, where he would definitely most shortly could see no other way. Possibly what we're going to do is I think you got to do it. You should get a woman. I will pick a woman. So everybody was like, did he say he's going to pick a woman? So now they're pressuring him, saying there need to be a woman of color. To which Biden said, I ain't say that. Y'all tripping. To which Jim Clyburn said, I thought I said you knew us, Joe. You don't know us, Joe. You don't know us, Joe. Listen, man, we got to, look, let's be very, very serious for a second. Black people, you know what, I'm not even going to talk to all black people. I don't even want to disrespect black people to that extent by lumping black people into other black people. Smart black people and dumb black people and brainwashed black people who listen to this garbage, okay? So, like, there's all types of good white people, good black people, good Latino American people, good Asian people, good, like, there's all these, like, every group has a lot of different people in it. We talk about millions of people. But I can tell you this, I met a lot of people, I know a lot of people, I have friends that are a lot of different people, and I'm going to tell you this, I don't know anybody who trusts Biden that much, okay? So nobody really trusts him as much as Jim Clyburn trusts Joe Biden, all right? We don't personally know him. But I can tell you this, guys. It's amazing how these people who are Democrats, because you don't hear, first of all, black conservatives ain't talking about this shit at all, okay? They're looking at Trump winning. So cut that group out. The black folks who watch MSNBC, who are conditioned to say, okay, a lot of them just want to get rid of Trump, okay? But when we start getting into the neoliberals, we get to the talking heads on TV, the people that you see on Twitter with the check marks that aren't 10 black, you know, those people who work for companies, not because they did anything or did anything really special, just they got a job working in somebody's organization, one of the 5 conglomerates that control our media, not like they busted their ass for years to get the audience that they grow, to grow an audience, none of that shit, okay? All right, that's the separates us. Okay, those people are trying to keep a job, okay? And they keep on shoving up your ass this idea that Joe Biden, that we need a black person for Joe Biden. First of all, we want somebody good. We want somebody good, like, so we can question the color of the person, but we can't question the politics of the person? Is that what you're saying? Talking head of the left, support Joe Biden, betrayer of all things civil, reasonable, and democratic? So it's okay to question the color, what pigmentation they have, but it's not good enough to question what their politics are, what they stood for. Because when I look at the list of people that you're shoving in my face that Joe Biden should pick from, a lot of them leave a lot to be desired. Okay? A lot to be desired. But to talk about that is to be a supporter of Trump or Russia or some other crazy notion. Why is it okay that I could push for her to have a comb, to be able to use my mama's comb, but I can't push for somebody to want me to have Medicare for all, or a livable wage, or end of mass incarceration, or legalize cannabis, or help fight climate change like you give a damn. Like, but I can be, you know, I can be picky and say, hey, do you like Tyler Perry movies? You like Tyler Perry plays, right? So color takes a real distant back seat to policies because you know what? It's something that you need to know, people, and most of us do know this. We know the story of Nat Turner. We know what black people do to other black people sometimes. So we don't need to be educated on this, but I'm saying it for those who don't know. You can get stabbed in the back by somebody, no matter what they look like, no matter what type of hair moisturizer they use, or if they don't use moisturizer, if they have ashy hands or no ashy hands, even if they know what ash is. Shout out to Bill Burr. The point of the matter is, we should be more focused on what they bring to the table, especially with a Joe Biden who looked like he on his last leg. Okay? As I pointed out before, I don't expect Joe Biden to beat Donald Trump. Anything could happen, though. And if he does, having another neoliberal in that position is not going to be anything for cause of rejoice. Kamala Harris, Amy Klobuchar, cops. That's all I see is cops. When you mention their names, ooh, what about them? I'm thinking cops. You know, there are different people in the justice field, the law field. Okay, so like, they're district attorneys. District attorneys Help protect people's rights. Right? Isn't that right? Attorney generals lock people up, right? Who are the people that try to fight to protect your rights, get you out of jail, make sure you get due process? Why don't we have any of those people running in the Democratic Party? Why none of them ran for the nomination? Why was it always the people whose job was to incarcerate people? And why is that a bad question to ask? Did I get them backwards or something? And we got Joe Biden, architect of the three-strike law, him with his boy Bill Clinton, eulogizing Strom Thurmond, hanging out with segregationists. It's horrific, man. Horrific. It's a joke, frankly. Now you're worried about the color of the person he going to pick to be with him, to rock with him. All right. You guys ready? Let's go to step 3, because we're going to be on this too long and we got things to do. It ain't going to get any better. I'm just going to get more and more indignant and call it out more and more and more. Joe Biden is a disgrace. Jim Clyburn, you are a disgrace. All of this BS is going on. It's a disgrace. The Intercept put out a great article where it analyzes what things people should consider whether they're voting for Joe Biden or against Joe Biden or for Donald Trump, whatever you plan to do. I think it's by Jeremy Scahill, and he really dissects the thinkings and the logic behind these choices you're going to have come November. I think you should check out the article. Now, it doesn't tell you to vote for Joe Biden. It doesn't chastise you if you don't want to vote for Joe. But it also does not cut any corners in describing what's at stake and what's not at stake and why you may feel the way you feel. So it's one of the most even-handed articles that I've read on the subject matter of Joe Biden and the decision we must make between Joe Biden and Trump. So take a look at it. Once again, it's not an article that's trying to push you in any way. He does a very good job of threading the needle, just presenting the information and saying, hey, both suck. So check that out. Just as a reminder, guys, I have a new design in my web store. I have Dump Trump buttons. Let me say that one more time. I have Dump Trump buttons. Because, see, one of the things I don't want is I don't want people to think just because I wear a No Joe button that I'm supporting Donald Trump. So hopefully by this time next week, I'll have my Dump Trump button on this side, so then we can be very clear. Because what I've been seeing is way too much bleed over for people who call themselves progressive or leftists falling into explaining away Trump bullshit, somehow covering for him, speaking up for him, and a bunch of other championing of garbage that I don't think we should have to do. And I don't want to be grouped with those people who have a problem with Joe Biden. We'll talk about that for 3 hours and 55 minutes, but will not discuss for even more than 2 seconds the failings of Donald Trump. And when they do, they blame it all on the system. Well, Joe Biden is a part of the system as well. All is just system, but there are responsibilities that everyone holds. So if you believe, as I do, that the choice between Donald Trump and Joe Biden is not an easy choice, and both deserve ridicule and blame and shame. And if you think that that's something that you would like to express, we'll go to my store and pick up a button. Pick up 2. All right. Now, this is not, my next segment is something that I noticed when I was on Twitter earlier today. It's interesting. It's about Krystal Ball and Sagar and a conversation they had on their show about Tucker Carlson. Now, the Tucker Carlson aspect of the show, I can't remember how much of the clip I have, but Tucker Carlson did a segment last night. He was talking about immigration. He was talking about the failings of the Trump administration to address illegal immigration, not illegal immigration. It was stopping immigration. Trump was going to sign an executive order to halt immigration, okay? And, of course, right now, coronavirus, a lot of people are like, okay, this is an important issue. Last thing people want are more foreign nationals coming into the country who may be infected. So that's part of it. But the other part, of course, whenever you're talking about Tucker Carlson, we start getting to the areas of xenophobia, nationalism, patriotism, all these other things that Tucker likes to bring up because his libertarian background starts to beckon to him. Well, there was some flack being caught on Twitter. Because some felt that Krystal Ball and Saga, and not so much Saga, but more so Krystal Ball was being very complimentary of Tucker Carlson. I don't know if she was being complimentary or not, but it is something we're going to have a conversation about. I want to play the clip for you. Let's have that analysis. Let's have an honest conversation about this Trump, Tucker stuff. Check it out.
Ainsley, congratulations to you guys.
Yes,
You're going to be able to get your au pair into the country.
Millions of people are out of work and may have to compete at low wage.
I do want to say something else on this, which is that, look, my view on immigration is not the same as Tucker Carlson's. Let's be clear about that. And I think there are legitimate reasons to criticize his approach in terms of a sort of nativist, xenophobe, all of that. But I also think you have to give him credit. Is there anyone on MSNBC who's critical of Democrats in the way that he's willing to be critical of this president?
Zero. No.
I mean, you have to give him credit for that, for being willing to dissent, which has real consequences, as we know, on a mainstream network, on a very highly rated show, one that the president watches and listens to. So it's very high stakes in that way. And I think that, for all the problems with Fox News, which there are many, and it is basically most hours like Republican cheerleading in the way that MSNBC is Democratic Party cheerleading. But I don't think there's any voice on MSNBC at this point that is nearly as independent-minded as he is.
No, never. And, Tucker has always been, look, not always, and he would be the first person to tell you.
Yeah.
In recent years, he has been the person who does not care whether he departs in the Trump administration or not. His job is not to serve as a cheerleader for them. And one of the things that actually drives me crazy about the whole, Tucker, Trump TV is, if you watch that show, it is almost never, A, about Trump, but B, when it is about Trump, it's critical in this way on Iran, on Syria, on this
the early days of the
coronavirus crisis. Yeah. He has always had a mind for himself. So I think that people need to give that credit wherever it's due.
Well, and by the way, a study came out yesterday. Yes. University of Chicago studies this like a real thing, comparing Tucker viewers to Hannity viewers in terms of Hannity was, very skeptical of coronavirus. It was a hoax, and it was just like the flu and all that. I don't know if he said the hoax part. I don't want to put words in his mouth, but he did it's just like the flu. Very much downplayed it. Tucker, on the other hand, was very aggressively covering it. One of the earliest, really mainstream anchors to be aggressively covering it. And literally, if you look at their viewerships, Sean Hannity's viewers who were taking that in and, apparently taking more risks because Hannity, who they trusted, told them it was all fine, were more likely to become infected with coronavirus and ultimately die than Tucker's viewers. I mean, it shows you, number one, media matters. Like the media that you consume actually matters in terms of your life and how you live that life. And number two, that the fact that he was willing to dissent from what was the dominant Fox News narrative at that point actually really mattered.
Yeah, it certainly did. All right.
All right. Hello. Okay, let's make sure my mic's working here. Wow. Just the Tucker segment. I guess, okay, you know what? I think it was about Tucker, though, so, because there's a lot of Tucker love there, man. Mother Tucker, you got a lot of accolades for Tucker. Now I see why people were coming for you, on Twitter, because you stood him up next to MSNBC and said how Tucker will call out the left, but he'll call out Trump. He'll disagree with Trump on stuff. Yeah. Man, I don't think. Okay, so let's cut it, man. Like Tucker, if you want to make judgments about someone's ethics, about what they do, like I'm one of those people that's very critical of Tucker because, like, I see the game. It's sort of like when Trump throws out a supportive line about Bernie Sanders. Like it's not because he's a fan of Bernie. It's not because he wants to help Bernie. It's because he wants to take a dump on the Democrats. He wants to further drive a wedge between Democratic voters and their establishment. And maybe they'll lean further to him, you know. So when Donald Trump says, hey, oh, they're robbing Bernie. Oh, that poor Bernie's getting robbed over there. You know, everybody's like, yeah, call him out, Trump. Yeah, it's not because he cares about you. It's because it helps him. That's why. And I feel the same way about Tucker to a large degree. I mean, even in this issue where we're talking about Tucker here, the thing is, it's like he's mad because Donald Trump is going to allow temporary workers to come into the country. So he's going to put a ban on immigration to people who want to live in America forever, who want to take up residency and become permanent citizens, but he's going to allow the temporary workers to come in. So that's what Tucker has a problem with. He says that those people are going to take jobs from Americans, and at a time when a lot of people are looking for work because their jobs have ended or been halted or furloughed due to the coronavirus, this is the worst time to have people still coming in the country. So that's what it is. So at the end of the day, you know, it's true, I think. Tucker is more concerned with Tucker's point of view than he's concerned with Donald Trump. So if the critique is, hey, is Krystal right? Is Saga right that Tucker is one of the few people on a major network who's willing to go against the grain? I would say you had to say yes, they're right about that. But Jesus, all the love and all the fawning over the guy. Tucker, okay, so like one of the arguments that Tucker likes to use, and I think I heard Saga use this too. Well, I really care about the blacks and Latinos. That's why we're so hard on, you know, the immigration reform. You always get these talking points. But yet when Tucker was one of the main people, didn't want to hear about us kneeling, taking a kneel for criminal justice reform. I don't remember hearing Saga talk about that. I don't know if Saga was even doing shows then. But, okay, so if you care about black folks so much, and that's the reason why you want it's not nothing to do with xenophobia, any of that shit, fine. You care about black issues, hey, let's do something about our housing. Hey, let's see you guys cover more housing-related issues or the medical disparities between the black community and the white community. You know, that's right here is prevalent with the coronavirus, what's going on now. Like, there's a reason why the average white man lives 15 years longer than the average black man. May not be an issue for you, but it's an issue for me. And there's social, economical reasons for that we could address. But I don't see a lot of Tucker or a lot of anybody else really covering that shit. So when if you really care about black people, where were you on the conversation about reparations? I don't remember Tucker being for it. So miss me with the whole I'm for immigration reform when it comes to workers because I care about blacks and Latinos. That's easy. That's easy, Johnson. Let's end discrimination. Where doesn't matter. They're hiring them over us. They're hiring you over us. So where are you on that part? And when we had those types of issues that we need to address, are you supportive in that way too? So don't much buy into the whole thing where I'm doing it for the blacks. I'm doing it for the Latinos because they could, you know, they're the ones who get hurt when these people come in from other countries. You sure that's why you're doing it? You're positive? Because we got all types of studies to show when they find out I'm black, they hire you first too. Why are we fixing that? And then when we have when we look at discrimination and we look at who's getting the affirmative action that Tucker was dead against, it was going to white women anyway, by and large. Where were you on that? So we can have a litany of these conversations and we can hit these issues one by one by one by one. Look, I'm in this thing just like they're in this thing, and I realize that we're going to disagree on some stuff. But if we want to just look at it, I don't look at it for what it is. Krystal's right. Then she says Tucker Carlson is one of the few that will go against the grain on a major network. Hello? That's true. He will do that. His reasons for doing it, I don't agree with. And that matters to me. I'm sorry, it matters to me. Okay? But I don't think people could come for her because they disagree with that. They just don't like you giving Tucker any shine. I also feel that way. I just don't believe that Tucker's really an honest actor. Okay? I don't think he's doing it for the right reasons. I don't feel like he's an honest actor. I feel like it's a lot of grifting going on where people are just trying to attract viewership just to then farm them into another narrative and then start messing with their heads. That's what I think is going on. And I think there's a lot of that going on, Johnson. And I don't think it's just Fox News. But that being said, I don't think it's right for Mehdi, I forget his name. Guy from MSNBC, I think he's Al Jazeera. I don't think it's right for him to say that, there's no way that you could ever compliment Tucker Carlson. Sure, you can compliment Tucker Carlson. Hey, nice shirt, Tucker. There you go. Nice haircut, Tucker. I'm glad you gave up the bow ties. Those are compliments that I think Tucker is deserving of. But is he a champion, an ally? For me, I don't think he is. For the communities that I represent, the communities I fight for, I don't really think he is. But will we be on the same side on the issue from time to time? That's true. But will I be boosting his name and giving him all types of pats on the back for it? Probably not, because I'm not out to try to court his audience. And at the end of the day, a lot of what people are doing is about courting audiences. And as an independent contractor, not a part of any network, I can say that firmly and assuredly. That's a lot of the shit that you hear. That's why they do it. So, but no, you blue check mark employees of MSNBC, CNN, wherever you're from, there's nothing wrong with saying Tucker's right about that. I wouldn't do it because I don't much trust Tucker. And I'm not trying to come on his show, and I'm not trying to massage his back and know the damn wouldn't do a segment defending him. Hell, I can't even back people off AOC without getting dragged, but it's okay for them to defend Tucker? It's just the way it is, Johnson. Anyway, there's got to be at least one MSNBC talking head that'll go against Biden, for instance. Right? Chris Hayes? I don't know. Rachel Maddow? Don Lemon? I mean, instead of just shitting on Krystal Ball for calling it out, present some names of people who work for MSNBC or CNN who routinely will go against, at junctures, go against the Democratic Party without biting their tongue.